Hello friends, in this video we will discover the top 10 largest metro areas in the United States. More than 80% of Americans live in the country's 3,573 urban areas, and both the number of urban areas and the percentage of Americans living in them continue to rise. As urbanized as the U.S. is today, it wasn't until 1920 that the majority of Americans resided in cities. Now it's exceedingly unlikely that that trend will ever reverse. Take a look at the 10 largest U.S. metro areas as of 2025. Or kindly hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 largest metro areas in the United States. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 largest metro areas in the United States. Number 10, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is part of the country's 10th most populous metropolitan area alongside nearby cities such as Mesa and Chandler. Phoenix is also America's most populous state capital, a fact that might seem surprising until you remember that cities such as New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago aren't the respective state seats of government. Rounding out the top 5 biggest capitals are Austin, Columbus, Indianapolis, and Denver. The metro area has a combined population of just over 5 million people, more than the populations of 25 individual states. Of that 5 million, nearly 1.7 million live in Phoenix itself, and there may be a reason for that. It also ranks as one of America's sunniest cities. Number 9, Atlanta, Georgia. On its own, Atlanta is home to about 500,000 people within its city limits, placing it at number 10 on the list of most populous capital cities in the country. As part of the Atlanta Sandy Springs-Alpharetta metro area, however, it's home to more than 10 times that number, about 6.2 million people in total. Founded in 1837 as Marthasville in honor of Governor Wilson Lumpkin's daughter, Atlanta was also known as Terminus because it marked the end of the Western and Atlantic Railroad line at the time. Its current name was thought of as a feminine version of Atlantic. The Atlantic area continues to grow quickly, with more and more people moving to the Peach State every year. Atlanta is the capital of the U.S. state of Georgia. It played an important part in both the Civil War and the 1960s Civil Rights Movement. Number 8, Miami, Florida. The Miami-Fort Lauderdale-Pompano Beach metropolitan area has a combined population of 6.1 million, with some 450,000 in Miami itself. Nestled near the southernmost point of Florida, the metro area is spread across 5,067 square miles and has 1,211.6 people per square mile. The warm weather has long attracted snowbirds, retirees, and spring breakers to the region, ditto the beaches and nightlife, all of which continue to define Miami. Miami, Florida is known for its vibrant culture, beautiful beaches, and dynamic nightlife. Among its many popular areas, South Beach often stands out as the most iconic and visited part of Miami. From its beautiful beaches and vibrant nightlife to its rich cultural scene and unique neighborhoods, Miami has something for everyone. Number 7, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In addition to serving as America's capital until 1800, Philadelphia was also once the nation's most populous city, the home of cheesesteaks and rowdy sports fans. They've been known to throw snowballs at Santa Claus. Hasn't held either of those titles for centuries, but it remains one of the most historically important cities in the U.S. nevertheless. Its metro area, which is also known as the Delaware Valley and includes Camden, New Jersey, and Wilmington, Delaware, ranks 7th in the country with more than 6.2 million people spread across 4 states, including Maryland. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's largest city, is notable for its rich history, on display at the Liberty Bell Independence Hall, where the Declaration of Independence and Constitution were signed, and other American revolutionary sites. Number 6, Washington, D.C. Philadelphia isn't the only metro area spread across several states. There's also Washington, Arlington, Alexandria, which includes the District of Columbia and parts of Virginia, Maryland, and West Virginia. The region has a total population of more than 6.3 million people, also known as the D.C. area, Greater Washington and DMV, District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia. The metropolitan area includes the nation's capital, with a population of 679,000, as well as cities such as Silver Spring, Maryland, and Charlestown, West Virginia. Washington, D.C., the U.S. capital, is a compact city on the Potomac River, bordering the states of Maryland and Virginia. It's defined by imposing neoclassical monuments and buildings, including the iconic ones that house the federal government's 3 branches, the Capitol, White House, and Supreme Court. It's also home to iconic museums and performing arts venues, such as the Kennedy Center. Number 5, Houston, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the metropolitan areas. Houston, the Woodlands Sugarland, has a population of 7.3 million, with cities such as Galveston, Lake Jackson, and Kingwood also part of this region that accounts for 16% of the Lone Star State's population. Among its 9 counties is Harris County, the third most populous in the country. In addition to being known as Space City, there's a reason why the famous line is, "Houston, we have a problem." Houston has also been deemed the cultural capital of the South. Houston is a large metropolis in Texas extending to Galveston Bay. It's closely linked with the Space Center Houston, the Coastal Visitor Center at NASA's Astronaut Training and Flight Control Complex. The city's relatively compact downtown includes the Theater District, home to the renowned Houston Grand Opera, and the historic districts with 19th century architecture and upscale restaurants. Number 4, Dallas, Texas. Texans might be as competitive with each other as they are with the rest of the country, and here's at least one category where Dallas has Houston beat. Dallas-Fort Worth-Arlington, also known as DFW and the Metroplex by locals, is home to just shy of 8 million people. Its extremely productive economy includes Silicon Prairie and 24 Fortune 500 companies. Meanwhile, the Dallas Cowboys have long been known as America's team, and the Dallas food scene has grown increasingly luxurious in recent years. In other words, don't expect its population boom to slow down anytime soon. Dallas, a modern metropolis in North Texas, is a commercial and cultural hub of the region. Downtown's 6th-floor museum at Dealey Plaza commemorates the site of President John F. Kennedy's assassination in 1963. In the Arts District, the Dallas Museum of Art and the Crow Collection of Asian Art cover thousands of years of art. The sleek Nasher Sculpture Center showcases contemporary sculpture. Number 3, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is known as the Windy City not because of actual wind, but because its residents, and especially its politicians, were said to be full of hot air in the late 19th century. The city is part of an urban region called Chicago, Snaperville, Elgin, which ranks as the 3rd most populous metro area in the country. Nearly 9.5 million people live there, most of them in Illinois, but with some in Indiana, including Gary, and some in Wisconsin, mostly Kenosha. Chicago, Illinois is a major metropolitan city in the Midwestern United States, known for its architecture, culture, and diverse neighborhoods. It was founded in 1837 and is situated on Lake Michigan. The city is famous for its skyscrapers, including the Willis Tower, formerly Sears Tower, and the John Hancock Center. Those 2, Los Angeles, California. Second on the list of the largest U.S. metro areas is Los Angeles, which also encompasses Long Beach and Anaheim. A whopping 12.9 million people call the LA area home. The film industry, miles of beaches, and cultural attractions such as Disneyland and the Hollywood Bowl are among the many reasons that people have been California dreamin' throughout much of the country's history. Los Angeles is a sprawling Southern California city and the center of the nation's film and television industry. Near its iconic Hollywood signs, studios such as Paramount Pictures, Universal, and Warner Brothers offer behind-the-scenes tours. On Hollywood Boulevard, TCL Chinese Theater displays celebrities' hand and footprints. The Walk of Fame honors thousands of luminaries, and vendors sell maps to stars' homes. Number 1, New York City, New York. Frank Sinatra wasn't the only one who wanted to be a part of it. Just as New York City is the most populous city in the country by far, 8.3 million at last count, so too is New York, Newark-Jersey City, the nation's most populous metro area, and it isn't even close. The population is an astounding 19.6 million people, more than every state aside from New York State, Florida, Texas, and California. Parts of New Jersey and even a tiny sliver of Pennsylvania are included in the metro area, though the lion's share of that number resides in the Big Apple. New York City comprises 5 boroughs sitting where the Hudson River meets the Atlantic Ocean. At its core is Manhattan, a densely populated borough that's among the world's major commercial, financial, and cultural centers. Its iconic sites include skyscrapers such as the Empire State Building and sprawling Central Park. Broadway theaters staged in neon-lit Times Square. So which are your favorite areas among the top 10 largest metro areas in the United States? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite areas among the top 10 largest metro areas in the United States in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.